Did you know that there are people in this world who can read your mind as if it were an open book? People capable of making you reveal your deepest secrets without even realizing it, and even thanking them for it afterwards. These are not mind readers or magicians. They are professional agents working for intelligence agencies around the world, mastering a dangerous field known as dark psychology. Imagine a complete stranger who, within just a few minutes, can earn your full trust, make you feel like you've known them for years, and then guide you to make certain decisions without you ever realizing you're under their influence. This isn't science fiction or a Hollywood movie. It's reality, one that unfolds every day in the worlds of politics, business, and international relations. In this exclusive video, I'll reveal to you the most powerful and dangerous techniques of dark psychology used by global intelligence agencies to control minds and influence human behavior. These methods are highly classified and rarely discussed publicly, but today, I'll share them with you for one reason only: to protect you from falling victim to them. Before we dive into this dark world, I have one important request. Click the subscribe button now, activate the notification bell, and don't forget to like this video if you find it valuable. It helps us a lot to reach more people with this vital information. Now, listen carefully, because what you're about to hear in the next few minutes could change the way you think and interact with others forever. Stay with me until the end, because the biggest surprises await you in the final part of the video. But first, let me ask you an important question. Have you ever wondered how someone you just met could make you trust them completely within minutes? How could an intelligence agent turn you from a cautious stranger into a close friend who shares secrets without hesitation? Or have you ever felt strangely comfortable around someone you barely know and only realized later that you revealed more than you should have? If your answer is yes to any of these, you're not alone. Millions of people experience this every day, often as a result of dark psychology techniques being used on them without their knowledge. Dark psychology is a collection of advanced, meticulously studied psychological techniques designed to influence others' thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in subtle and calculated ways. It's based on a deep understanding of human psychology and our natural vulnerabilities. What makes it dark is not that it's inherently evil, but that it's often used without consent, exploiting trust and our natural need for connection and belonging to manipulate and control. These methods are taught in secret intelligence academies around the world and require years of training to master. Agents who become experts in them can bypass almost any psychological defense and extract the most sensitive information from their targets. But let me make one thing very clear before we continue. On this channel, we share this information for one purpose only: awareness and protection. Our goal is to help you recognize these techniques so you can defend yourself, not use them to manipulate others. Knowledge is a double-edged sword, and we trust that you'll use it wisely and ethically. Technique 1. Building false rapport. This is one of the most powerful methods intelligence agents use. It's based on a simple but incredibly effective psychological principle. People tend to trust those who seem similar to them. Professional agents spend weeks or even months studying their targets before making contact. Everything from body language, speech patterns, and facial expressions to hobbies, fears, and favorite words. Once they've gathered enough data, the agent begins to mirror the target subtly. If the target is calm, the agent stays calm. If they talk quickly, the agent speeds up to. If they use their hands when speaking, the agent imitates that as well. But it doesn't stop there. Agents also mirror values, beliefs, and even personal experiences, sometimes fabricating entire stories from childhood that match the target's life. This creates a powerful sense of mutual understanding and connection. The result is both fascinating and terrifying. The target's subconscious begins to believe, this person truly understands me. A deep emotional bond forms, one that becomes the foundation for all future manipulation. Here's a real-life example. In the 1990s, a German businessman known for being extremely cautious was targeted by an intelligence agency that wanted information about his new technology project. The assigned agent studied him for 3 months and learned that he loved Bach's classical music, had issues with his father growing up, preferred black coffee with no sugar, and rubbed his forehead when thinking deeply. When they finally met by coincidence in a cafe, the agent was drinking black coffee and rubbing his forehead as he looked over some papers. He casually mentioned he was a fan of Bach and shared a fabricated story about his troubled relationship with his father, almost identical to the businessman's. Within just 2 hours, the cautious businessman was talking to this new friend as if they'd known each other for years, revealing confidential details about his project, completely unaware that he was being manipulated. Technique 2. The foot invader. This technique relies on a proven psychological principle. If someone agrees to a small request, they're more likely to agree to a bigger one later. The reason this works is because people like to see themselves as consistent. When you agree to a small favor, your brain labels you as helpful. So when a bigger favor comes along, your mind urges you to stay consistent with that self-image. Intelligence agents use this with surgical precision. They always start with harmless, easy-to-agree requests, asking for the time, directions, or making small talk about the weather. Once the target is comfortable, the agent slowly escalates. It's housework these days. Gives, what kind of projects are you guys working on? Gives, that sounds exciting. Tell me more. Each question feels natural and harmless, but step by step, the target is led toward revealing sensitive information, believing all along that they're in control. A real-world example: an intelligence agent in Silicon Valley targeted a software engineer working on a secret AI project. Their first few meetings were casual chats in a coffee shop, nothing suspicious. After several coincidental encounters and friendly conversations, the engineer began revealing details about his work, funding, and deadlines, never realizing he had just leaked classified company information through a series of friendly chats. Technique 3. Emotional exploitation. Emotions are the most powerful drivers of human behavior, and intelligence agencies know this better than anyone. They exploit three core emotions: fear, guilt, and the need for validation. Each emotion can be triggered and manipulated in a specific way. Fear makes people defensive and eager to cooperate with anyone offering protection. Guilt makes them overcompensate by revealing information or offering favors. And the desire for admiration makes people overshare to prove their worth or importance. Here's a true story. In the early 2000s, a US diplomat in Paris was approached by a man posing as a French security expert. The expert began by planting fear. There are new terrorist groups targeting American diplomats here in Europe. Concerned for his family's safety, the diplomat listened carefully. Then came reassurance. Don't worry, I've been in security for 20 years. I can help keep you safe. The diplomat, feeling both fear and relief, shared details about his schedule and meeting locations. Finally, the agent added flattery. Someone as important as you is always a high-value target, the diplomat, feeling valued and protected. Continued sharing sensitive information, believing he was helping protect himself and his country. Technique for information control and reality shaping. This is the most advanced and dangerous technique of all. Its principle is simple but terrifying. Whoever controls information controls perception, and whoever controls perception controls behavior. It begins with building credibility by sharing accurate, helpful information. Once trust is established, the agent subtly isolates the target from other sources, casting doubt on others or scheduling interactions that limit outside input. Then comes the gradual manipulation, mixing truth with lies, adding false context, or omitting key details until the target's understanding of reality is completely distorted. During the Cold War, a British nuclear physicist became the victim of this exact technique. An agent spent 2 years feeding him true intelligence reports about nuclear threats, earning his complete trust. Later, the agent began inserting small distortions, overstating certain dangers and downplaying others. As a result, the scientist redirected years of research toward false priorities, believing he was serving his country when in reality he had been guided by a fabricated reality. How to protect yourself. Now that you know how terrifyingly effective these techniques can be, let's talk about protection. Step 1. Practice the pause and think rule when anyone, especially a new acquaintances, for personal or sensitive information. Stop and ask yourself, why do they want this? How could they use it? Does their curiosity make sense? If anything feels off, trust your instincts. Step 2. Diversify your sources of information. Never rely on a single source for news or advice, no matter how trustworthy they seem. Cross-check with multiple independent voices before making any major decision. Step 3. Beware of oversharing. If you find yourself opening up too quickly to someone, Pause. Ask yourself why you feel so comfortable so fast. Set clear boundaries on what you share and with whom. Final thoughts. Let's summarize the core lessons. False rapport, creating artificial trust through imitation and shared experiences. Foot in the door, guiding behavior gradually through small requests. Emotional exploitation, manipulating fear, guilt, and the need for validation. Information control, shaping perception by controlling what the target believes to be true. These methods work because they exploit what makes us human, our need for trust, belonging, and connection. But now that you understand them, you are stronger and far less likely to fall victim. We share this knowledge for one reason only: awareness and protection. Using these methods to deceive or harm others is unethical and, in many cases, illegal. Knowledge is power, but with great power comes great responsibility. Use it to protect, not to harm. If you've made it this far, I truly respect your commitment to learning and self-defense. If you found this content valuable, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with those you care about. And in our next video, we'll uncover something even more shocking: the secret character reading techniques used by intelligence agencies to analyze and understand people in seconds. ULL learn how to read anyone like an open book just by observing the tiny details most people overlook. This is exclusive and powerful content you won't find anywhere else. So don't miss it. Until next time, stay alert, stay aware, and stay safe.